First idea that now you guys are actually the 11th seed. So you're out of the playing game. What changes going forward?
Nothing, man. What do you think should change?
Winning games, playing hard. I'm not out there playing. Maybe I think you give me the answer what you think.
Exactly. So I don't have to answer.
I don't play, Russell. I want to get the information from you so that
I'm only one person, Jim.
Right.
It's a team game. So I don't have an answer.
Okay.
You got that? You got that? You got that? It's good. You got that?
We came to this video expecting a Laker fan to absolutely rage his face off at the result of the game that was just played between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks, then you are sadly mistaken, because I was completely expecting this result to happen. As a matter of fact, I even tweeted it out in the middle of the day yesterday. The Lakers are so screwed tonight. Now, before we get to this analysis, I started doing commentary on my TheFlightMike TV channel. We did a video on the Will Smith drama where he slapped Chris Rock. All of my non-basketball related content will be on TheFlightMike TV. And of course, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. If you just finished working out and you're sweating profusely, you can't just use any product on your body once you hit the shower. If you use the wrong soap or the wrong body wash, and God forbid if you're using one of those body washes that come in those bottles that give you that dry, flaky skin afterwards, you're really screwing over your skin for the long haul. In addition to that, bro, no woman wants to go near a man that smells like a woman's body wash, which is why I partner with Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch is this remarkable men's care brand that creates these awesome bars of soap made from natural oils, no harsh chemicals, and that smell incredible. My personal favorite soap of theirs is the Bay Rum. I use this every time I hit the shower. It leaves your skin feeling nice and smooth, and not only will you feel good after using it, but it smells incredible as well. Dr. Squatch is changing the way men approach personal care with high-performance natural products that smell amazing and will have you feeling and looking your best. Their products will help you feel like a man and smell like a champion. Personally, my favorite product from them is their deodorant. My girlfriend literally says it smells like Christmas. They have bar soaps, shampoo, conditioner, aluminum-free deodorant, and more. And with their super convenient subscription plans, they'll make sure that you save extra, and their shipping is free, so you never run out of it when you need it the most. And right now, when you use my promo code DSQFlightMike, you'll get 20% off of your order of $20 or more. That's promo code DSQFlightMike for 20% off of your order of $20 or more in the link in the description down below. And thank you, Dr. Squatch, for the sponsorship. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? I would say that I am very frustrated and disappointed in the Los Angeles Lakers, but if I do say that, it would imply that I wasn't expecting this result to occur at some point sooner rather than later. And that's not because I don't have any faith in my team. It's just the moment I found out that LeBron James was not going to play against the Dallas Mavericks, the moment I found out that Kendrick Nunn was not going to return at all this year, the moment I found out that Russell Westbrook was going to be the captain to deliver in this very crucial game so the Lakers could at least maintain a play-in spot, I knew that we were effectively screwed. Now look, I'm going to preface this entire commentary by telling you guys that it's not that I have anything against Russell Westbrook. I feel like anyone in Russell Westbrook's position would not be able to succeed given the circumstances. I mean, just look at the players that were surrounding Russell Westbrook last night. You had Stanley Johnson, Malik Monk, and Russell Westbrook as the players that played over 30 minutes, which, by the way, shout out to Malik Monk. He did his thing. 10 of 16 shooting, 28 points, 6 of 10 from 3. He did his absolute best. But then after that, the next players that got meaningful minutes were Trevor Ariza, Avery Bradley, Austin Reeves, Wenyen Gabriel, and Kent Bazemore. The only player that didn't play last night was Wayne Ellington, and just when you go through each and every single member of the Los Angeles Lakers roster, save for maybe Malik Monk and Russell Westbrook, and of course, Carmelo Anthony whenever he feels like turning back the clock, but last night was not one of those nights. This team is absolute garbage. Like, no disrespect, man. You don't have Anthony Davis and LeBron James playing. What did you expect? Especially considering the fact that the Lakers were playing on primetime national TV. When's the last time the Los Angeles Lakers played good basketball on national television? I think the most frustrating part of this entire situation is there's a player that I would have liked to see the Los Angeles Lakers sign last year over Russell Westbrook in Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm a huge proponent of having as much depth on a team as possible. I would have loved to see a team that kind of looked like Spencer Dinwiddie, Buddy Hield, and maybe DeMar DeRozan joining LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I would have loved to see a means for this team to have significantly more depth than they do. But unfortunately, that's not the road the Lakers took. They tried an experiment and it just didn't work out. The Russell Westbrook experiment is over. There's no way I can imagine the Lakers bringing him back next year. And to be honest, I don't have any faith whatsoever in the Los Angeles Lakers somehow being able to turn this around and somehow gaining entry into the NBA playoffs. I would much rather LeBron James rest and try to go in and have a prolonged offseason, because it's not like if the Lakers made it to the play-in, anything would change. The most delusional of Laker fans believe that the moment the Los Angeles Lakers make it into the play-in tourney, that some switch is automatically going to flip. LeBron James is going to go God mode and is somehow going to take a 10th seed or a 9th seeded Lakers team, which at this point, let's be honest, it's either 10th seed or bust, guys, all the way to the NBA Finals and beat the likes of the Phoenix Suns, Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Clippers, and Dallas Mavericks on the way there. Obviously, they could have other teams that they face off against during that playoff run, but dude, that is not going to happen. I mean, when you look at the Los Angeles Lakers' strength of schedule for the rest of the season, it makes things look even more bleak. According to ESPN Basketball's Power Index, the remaining strength of schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers is the second hardest, and the Lakers have two competitors in their way to get the 9th and 10th seed respectively. One is the New Orleans Pelicans, which unfortunately for the Lakers have the 5th easiest strength of schedule for the remainder of the season, who are currently the 9th seeded team in the Western Conference, and the other team is the San Antonio Spurs, who are currently the 10th seeded team in the Western Conference and have the 13th easiest strength of schedule for the remainder of the season. Bear in mind, the Spurs are currently on a 4-game winning streak. The Lakers are on a 3-game losing streak, and to be honest, as a Laker fan, I have no interest whatsoever in seeing this team for an extended period of time. I mean, I'm serious. At this point, I would just like it to be over. I don't want to see Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis playing together on a basketball team anymore. I'm going to be honest, this team has really drained me throughout the season. This team has actually been very difficult for me to watch all year long. And the faster that we could end this season, at least for the Lakers, the quicker we could get good quality basketball back, the better. Ultimately, I'm not blaming anyone for this season, because at the end of the day, I thought it was a really nice and heartwarming experiment to try to get Russell Westbrook to return to his roots in Los Angeles to team up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Although it didn't really make sense from the very beginning of it, I still think that there should be one point in Russell Westbrook's career where he donned a Los Angeles Lakers jersey. I always just felt like it was meant to be. I'm very disappointed that these were the results that we got from it. And I'm even more saddened at the very frustrating interviews that Russell Westbrook has given over the season, because as a result, I really don't like him as much as I used to. It seemed like every single time there was some sort of adversity thrown his way, he would either play victim,
It's a name that's means more, not just to me, but to my wife, to my mom, my dad.
or he would try to play smart with reporters.
What changes going forward?
Nothing, man.
The fact that he would be on his phone whenever he would get interviewed at the end of games was even more frustrating for me. It just showed like he was completely apathetic to what was quite possibly the greatest opportunity for him to win a championship, and he didn't really seem to be that motivated to try to make it work out. He was completely closed-minded to even moving to the bench, which in my opinion would have changed everything, but that's assuming that the Los Angeles Lakers would have been fully healthy this year. At the same time, it's not like when they were fully healthy, they were that remarkable to begin with. At the end of the day, I think the biggest issue that the Los Angeles Lakers are facing is the fact that their two biggest stars, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, are very injury prone. LeBron James obviously can't play a full season of games anymore. What he does when he is on the court is nothing short of remarkable, because a man at his age shouldn't be able to do the stuff that he does. does. All of those near tragedies that Anthony Davis would used to have on the basketball court seem to actually be coming into light. So it seems like the Lakers are about to enter a bit of purgatory. They have one player that they traded a significant amount of assets for, who they'll not be able to recoup any sort of return from in Russell Westbrook. I mean, give me a break, man. The Lakers might have to tack on an additional draft pick to get rid of Russell Westbrook at this point. You have Anthony Davis, who you recently signed to a max contract, who had a really bad year and was very, very injury prone during this past season. Then you have LeBron James, who is going into his 19th season next year at the age of 38. And although he's consistently defying the laws of physics and aging and is making me question everything I've ever learned about biology, it's only a matter of time before the wheels start falling off, and he's already starting to play in less games than he would in the past, although these are as a result of freak injuries like rolling his ankle. It's still looking incredibly bleak for the Lakers. Maybe they're able to turn it around this offseason, who knows? But for now, the Lakers are a play-in team. I don't expect them to get back into the race. As a result of this, expect me to finally make content on other teams that deserve it, like the Clippers, like the Mavericks, like the Boston Celtics. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.